What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be reviewing 3 products from Elgato Gaming. This is the HD60 Pro, the HD60 and the Elgato Gaming software itself. So these 2 products I've had for about 2 years now. The Elgato HD60 I've had for more than that, probably 2.5 years now. And in all honesty, they are great products and I highly recommend them. But let's get into my review and thoughts of these products. So when it comes to the HD60, I wouldn't necessarily recommend the HD60 now, since the HD60S does exist and it is a much better product because there is no input delay or anything like that. And if you only have a monitor to play on, one monitor, you can definitely do that with the HD60S. With this one, the HD60, you will not be able to do it without any sort of input delay, which is really frustrating and it's really not the best, because what you end up with is you end up trying to play on that monitor and then you'll like go around the corner, get into a gunfight and you'll lose because you won't even be able to know that the guy's there because your capture software is actually a couple of seconds behind at that point. Now with the HD60 Pro, they did eliminate that. The HD60 Pro is an amazing product in my opinion. I also think that the HD60S has the same sort of features and it is great for on-the-go recording. So if you were going to, capture events, or you're going to, in the future, maybe you will end up going to capture events, or if you're going to, your mate's house or whatever, and you do want to, record that gameplay that you do get, just in case you really do well or whatever, you can definitely do that with one of these, whether it's the HD60 or the HD60S. All you need is 2 HDMIs, one plugs in here, one plugs in there. The other side of them HDMIs plugs into the back of whatever the device you want to record from is, whether that be Xbox 360, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PlayStation. Then the other side plugs into your monitor. Now, obviously, if you're only using one monitor and you want to record and then switch sources, hit record and everything, and then switch sources and then play on the normal monitor, that's fine. However, if you are one of them people that wants to play through the software itself because you only have one monitor, you can open the PS4 through it or whatever, and then literally, it has no input delay most of the time as long as you're using the HD60S, the Pro, or the 4K version. The 4K version I've not reviewed, I don't have it, so I'm not going to be mentioning it very much in this video. The reason I don't have it is because it's fairly expensive, like all of these products are. I believe the HD60 Pro goes for around £170 or something, or $170 or something like that, but it's definitely worth it in my opinion. So as you can see on the screen right now, we are in the Elgato Game Capture software. This software is very, very user friendly, very easy to use like I said. And what you can do with this, obviously right here you can live stream, you've got your options to add Twitch, YouTube, Facebook and whatever else you want to do. You also have the option to go in here and customize the brightness and obviously what device you're going to be using, Switch, other iPhone, iPad, PC, PlayStation 4, whatever. And your audio input can be whatever you want it to be, I just leave it as it is. And your HDMI color range needs to match the settings that is in your PS4. So if you're on standard on PS4 or expanded, I tend to use expanded just because I want more color out of it, I want it to look better and stuff like that. I tend to use the HD60's HD 1080 profile, and then I use the quality just about 3 bars across. This is like the default setting. Now the reason for that is because that obviously the higher you go along this slider right now, as I'm showing you guys, the higher you go the bigger the file size we will get. So I tend to use it, leave it like this, and it looks fine at 1080p, it looks great in my opinion. And obviously if you want to, you can crop it for the PlayStation VR and stuff like that, which is really, really cool. It's a new feature that they've recently added. Now obviously in the picture thing you can adjust your brightness and contrast and everything. I tend not to mess around with this too much, and obviously if you reset it to default it will go back to the default settings that you had. You can also use the Elgato sound capture, which I also recommend installing because then you've got team chat, music and all that good stuff for when you are streaming, or when you're recording you can also include the music and everything like that. you can adjust your live commentary microphone and change it to whichever device you want to use, and you can adjust the game audio, the live commentary. You can have it automatically reduce the game sound so that your microphone isn't overdone or anything like that as well. Now let's get into the customization in a little bit. So you can go in here and you can edit the scenes, you can add webcams, you can add images and videos and web pages and all the rest of it, so that you can, you know, create an actual live streaming thing, as well as, you know, going in and changing things up. You can obviously add webcams, add different things, and make it all good to go, which is great. And you can see there's some presets here where you can have, you know, different things like this, and it really works, and I think that's great. So obviously you can go in, you can create your own overlays and stuff like that. You can add your own overlays and everything into that, and then that will work very easily. I tend to use this default one with nothing on it, because I tend to use OBS and, you know, the editing software Premiere Pro that I use to, you know, put my videos together and everything like that. Now, something to note is that in the settings here, there is something called flashback recording and the enable stream command. You need both of these enabled if you want to stream and if you want a really cool feature. Obviously you can share it to wherever, which is something that I'll show you guys as well. Automatically check for updates, whatever. You can assign hotkeys if you don't want to, you know, be going into the thing every time and clicking. That would be a great way to do it. Obviously, set to the highest quality and our encoder and decoder is my graphics card. And obviously we're going to just skip out of that. Now, flashback recording is what you can see here. As you can see, this has been going for 4 minutes now or whatever, and what I can do is I can go back, and as you can see, over the 4 minutes, in the background at the top, you can see that the actual game has been moving and different things, and we added different things to it throughout that time period. You can then go back, hit record, and what it will do is jump to this time period right now, which is great if you have the software open but don't hit record by mistake and you're doing a live commentary or whatever. You can always go back and get that gameplay. Or if you don't know whether you're going to do very well and then you happen to go really off and get a V2 rocket or do really well, the game in the background is World War II, by the way, but if you really do well or whatever, you can actually go back and record that entire game as long as you had that software open right when the game began. So that's a really cool feature that I love about this capture software, and you know, it makes it very easy to just leave it open and just leave it running. Another thing that I'm going to show you guys is where these files go to. Obviously you can change it if you want to, but another thing is you can open the library folder and it will open the library folder here, and we have everything that we wanted there with the recordings and everything like that. Now if I go into videos, you will see that this is like the OBS recording right here, and this is the game capture recording that is currently exporting, as you can see down here. Now what you can do is, if you delete it from here, you can actually go back into this or open the software again and click that MP4, and it will automatically download it to whichever file that you have set up to capture your gameplay into, which is a fantastic feature. Thank you, Elgato, for doing that, because it makes it so much easier if you do happen to delete something by mistake. As long as you don't delete this folder, EGC library, you can get it to work perfectly fine and it works flawlessly. So that is always something great. And if you have a small hard drive or a big hard drive, I'd recommend putting it on the big hard drive, because it does take up a hell of a lot of room if you don't keep deleting it and you just leave it there until your hard drive's full. It will become a huge file. So that is a bit of a downside, but it enables flashback recording. It makes it so if you do delete that original file, you can recreate that file and don't have to worry about it corrupting or anything like that, unless you literally go and close the software off while it's processing that video. So honestly, the software is one of the best in the business, in my opinion. I really like it. I think it works perfectly fine, and when it comes to it, I haven't used a better recording software. Even Nvidia's Shadow Play and stuff like that doesn't really record as well as I would like it to, and my experience with Elgato is it works. you know, it works. The only thing that I could say about it is if you do put your overlay on there and you do record and stream at the same time, or you record with the overlays and the webcam and everything like that on it, you may experience stuttering issues and some lag and stuff like that. But in my experience with a 5820K 16GB of RAM and a GTX 1070, I have had zero issues recording and zero issues playing, you know, through the software. And I'm just going to open the software up again to show one thing right here, that this is a no delay capture card. So if you look right now, I am clicking click, 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 click. You can hear the controller clicking and you can see me scrolling through the menus of World War II. I can click private match or public match or campaign or whatever, and everything just works instantly on the screen in the capture software. So if you do only have one monitor and you don't want to be switching the sources between the PS4 and the PC, you can literally just play the game through the PC and it will be completely fine. You'll have no issues whatsoever and it will just work as long as your computer is good enough, and that is something great that I love about this software. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and review of the HD60, the Elgato software, and the HD60 Pro. But in my opinion, I would recommend the HD60 Pro or the S over the HD60 any day. And the 4K, if you do want to record 4K gameplay and stuff like that, then go ahead. And if you wanted to as well, you could actually plug a camera into the Elgato capture card and capture the actual camera through that. However, for this video, I've just been using my webcam and I don't have an extra capture card that I can use to capture the camera with any lag or input delay or anything like that. But Elgato also does have another product called CamLink that is just a USB plug-in play device. You literally plug the USB into the HDMI. You plug the mini HDMI to HDMI into a USB sort of adapter, plug it into your computer, and it just works flawlessly from what I have, you know, heard and experienced and stuff like that. But honestly guys, hope you guys enjoyed this review of the Elgato HD60, the HD60 Pro, and the Elgato gaming capture software. If you did, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my content. Tech videos come out every single Tuesday, and other days will be mostly gaming videos unless I find something else to talk about or something else that I want to share with you guys. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.